family, I'm not with other people. They say I got my pop's demeanor and mother's features. The garden's still private as ever. The gang thriving together. Your boys striving to be the most dominant ever. The hardest white boy since the one who rapped about vomiting sweaters and hold the comments. Cause I promise you I'm honestly better than whoever came to your head right then. They ain't cut from the same thread like him. They don't study doing work to get ahead like him.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Snowhawks of Anchorage taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Ready to get us started, Rodrigo Blankenship, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25.
No, we changed it.
Right to the air is Jackson. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start them out has them at the 45 already. Jackson now. That'll be caught by St. Brown. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a second and short.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. A dump off to Elliott. Runs through the contact. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. Curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Now Elliott. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Snowhawks are on the board first here this afternoon. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Here we go. Here we go. 11, 11. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Now Burrow on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it's going to be second down.
Here we go.
But you look at this defense. They've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some change.
And Burrow going to be hit And taken down. They got him. Getting home that time to Marvian Overshow.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed this. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. They're quite a turn of events. This is first and goal from the 3. Elliott. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Snowhawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Burrow looking to pass. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On third down, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded just inside the 20. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Here's second and 10. Jackson. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. The give to Elliott off tackle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Snowhawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Flushed out right. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
Here's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Now it's Jackson. This is caught. Touchdown. Darnell Mooney. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Snowhawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point from McManus is good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the...
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And they can't bring him down. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. Inside the 20. Touchdown! Ezekiel Elliott with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Snowhawks open the lead up to 34-0. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Hey, middle.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Here's 3rd and 3.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. There he goes, left side. Jamar Chase, and all the way in for the touchdown. Jamar Chase, 61 yards.
And the Snowhawks have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
McManus's point after is good, and the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
On 1, ready?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go,
2nd and 7 from the 20.
Play action. It's Burrow. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton.
Now inside the 25. Cortland Sutton.
Touchdown, Vikings. Cortland Sutton, an 80-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings are able to claw one back. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Inside the 20. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Snowhawks extend their lead yet again. Extra point from McManus is good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
Hey, we're good.
Now they got to get to the line quickly.
12.
On second down, here's Burrow. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And quickly, they get to the line. And they go play action now. Burrow. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He's going to look deep for more. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Ready?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. That pass complete to Moore. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Here we go. 11. Stop.
Burrow on play action. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start the drive with Elliott. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. Zeke going to get it on the option. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Man, 222 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. On third down, Elliott powering forward. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It was Anthony Averett who got him down. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 5. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a hole. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. And certainly a quarterback who has the arm, he also has the legs, Charles.
And haven't we seen over time these quarterbacks just get more and more athletic as they go along? We're not just talking about guys who can throw the football and stay in the pocket, but when they run, they hurt a defense.
And he hurt the defense right there.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Gun.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Here we go.
Third and 4.
Stop.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That is caught. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
Here we go.
Full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, can.
Now Burrow. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Elliott going to get it again on second down.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 35-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. You know, in boxing, they throw in the towel. In this case, you just kind of wave the white flag, and you think to yourself, if he could just get past that initial wave, he's got a chance to get free. But that screen, it was going nowhere from the start. It forces a 4th down. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
They go to Elliott again. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to kick it away. Fielded just inside the 30. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Gun.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
14 yards that time for number 14.
Here we go. 11. 11 MT, tape.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners,
Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeMarvion Overshown picks up his second sack of the afternoon. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Out of the gun to give to Spears.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And as a result, possession switches hands. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings.
Blankenship out for the point after.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Let's go.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And they take a knee. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.